So we got LA in the house. How do you want it? How do you feel? Coming up as a nigga in the cascade, living in the fast lane, not for real. Take your hips and push your ass out. Got a nigga wanting it so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it. Baby, just alleviate your clothes, time to fly out. Catch you at a club. Oh shit, you got me feeling body talking shit to me, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Now if you wanna roll with me, then get your chance to a lady on the freeway. Police catch me if you can. Forgive me, I'm a rider. Still, I'm just a simple man. All I want is money, fuck the fame. I'm a simple man. It's the international player with the passport. Just like a last bitch. Get you anything you ask for. It's either him or me. Champagne, Hennessy, favorite of my homies when we cross on our enemies. Witness as we creep to a low speed. Sleep with a homie. Pump some more weed, bump. You don't need. With a passion, been a long day. But I've been driven by a track in a strong way. Your body is banging, baby. I love it when you're doing it. Time to give it to daddy. Nigga, now tell me how you want it. How you want it? How you feel? There's a nigga in the cash can living in the fast can living in the morning. How do you want it? How do you feel? There's a nigga in the cash can living in the fast lane. Tell me, is it cool or fuck? You think I come to talking my fool or what? Decisions on the floor, it's like erotic. Ironic, cause I'm somewhat psychotic. I'm hitting switches on bitches like I've been fixed when I drop it. Up and down like a roller coaster. And on the side, I ain't quit until the show's over. Cause I'm a rider, in and out, it's like a robbery. I'm freaking let you get on top of me. Thinking about the past, nights full of LSD. I'm living legend, you ain't heard about these niggas play these kind of days. See, Lawrence Tucker, use a motherfucker. Instead of trying to help a nigga, you destroy your brother. Once in God, this bill putting Mr. Bob Dole. You're too old to understand the way the game told. You're lame, so I gotta hit you with the podcast. So some making niggas top that. To me, they trying to see me in the cell. Living in hell, and me, two of us are in the tail. Now everybody talking about us, I could give a fuck. I be the first ones to bomb and cuss. Nigga, tell me how you doing. All right, y'all. All right, what's going on, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome to my first series called Word on the YouTube Streets. This is Maurice Delk, and I got a special guest, man, right here, man. He's a YouTuber, and if you want to follow this YouTuber, I put the link in the description box, and you can subscribe to a channel, you know, and we're gonna talk about some real shit. Word on the YouTube Street, and what's going on, Red? How you doing, Red?
Oh man, just chilling, man. Got my mind right, so ready to get it in. Let's talk about it.
All right. So, how did you get started on YouTube, man? I mean, I see YouTube. What made you get started on YouTube?
Man, you know what? I was listening to music, man. I used to play music on YouTube, man, like in my car. And then when I came across some videos where people were just talking about regular stuff like dating, dealing with women. So once I seen that, I was like, damn. I was already talking about bras with my homies, you know what I'm saying? You know, we get around each other, we talk about, man, what these bras need to be doing.
Yeah.
Just, this type of stuff that men talk about. And once I seen people doing it on YouTube, I said, oh, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I got to get on here and, speak from my perspective, man. So once I seen that, I was like, that's what made me want to do it. Because I was doing it anyway, man.
Yeah, right.
I was doing it off YouTube anyway.
Yeah, like you said, you was doing it off YouTube anyway. You was doing music, we was doing it. The stuff that we were doing it off YouTube. We were doing it off social media. We just decided to bring it to social media because social media is a spot that you can, link up with other people.
Exactly.
So it's man, I watch stuff, man. I've been following you for a minute, and it's this word that I use a lot, and a lot of listen, everybody. This is called thick skin only. If you don't like what I say, you can get off my channel because I this shit real. You dig what I'm saying? It's this word I use, and I got a lot of girls in my family, the females. It's that initial called ABW. ABW, and what's your take on the word ABW? Angry black woman. You see, they think we just bashing every black woman, that we hate black women when we use that word ABW.
See, it's not bashing, man. It's like kind of like this is how I look at it, brother. When you have a situation that's like a sickness that's been untreated for so long,
Okay.
and it's gotten out of hand because for for decades, black men never really had a voice. They had shows for women, so women was able to speak on how they felt about black men, and they felt like, hold on, the black man ain't doing this, he's not doing this. So behind the scenes, nobody knew what we was dealing with. So when social media came out, brothers started having their own platform. They didn't have to go through mainstream media. All of a sudden, we just started speaking on what we was going through, and we was just speaking on ways that the black woman could be better.
Yes.
And once we got to speaking on ways, different ways that the black woman could be better, it became bashing. It became he hates his own race. It became everything besides the truth. But like I said, this is a sickness that's been untreated for so long to the point to where it's out of hand.
I agree.
And even speaking on it now becomes a problem.
Mm.
You know?
Yes, speaking on it becomes a problem. And I personally think that that black women, that the ABWs, I think that was founded by feminism. They act more like feminists. They have that same type of agenda. I know if you're familiar with feminism.
Yeah, exactly.
They have that feminism mentality. They have that feminism mentality to get black men locked up, to lock black men up. They're the main one. If you look at all the domestic violence, that's people locked up in county. You look at, I'm just saying, they come from the black women, call the police on niggas, and they started that shit.
Yeah. You know what? It became, like I said, I did a live stream, was it today or yesterday? I said, single motherhood creates crime and poverty. And then when you get crime and poverty, you got people who's gonna fill the prisons, the institutions. You see what I'm saying? So it becomes a system. It's no coincidence that every city in America had these same environments. You see what I'm saying? And when you go to these inner cities, you see the same mentality. Don't matter if it's Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, you see the same mentality, and you see the same cycle of ignorance.
Right.
It was a system that created this, and it started with feminism, and it started with the welfare system.
Yes.
And that created the mindset that's been passed down from generations. So now we have generations of black women who felt like we must fight for our rights. We must get out of oppression. But the black man has never oppressed the black woman. Never in the history of America have we fought for a law that oppressed black women. But when they took on feminism, they got brainwashed into thinking that they must go against the man in order to elevate to the level that they want to be on.
Amen. That's the truth. That's the fact. That's the receipts.
Yeah.
Look at the history. History will show it, y'all. And nobody ain't bashing black women. I have black daughters. I have a black mama. I love black people, but I can't stand ABWs. I can't stand ABW to be on some nigga shit. I can't do with that.
It's a mindset.
Yeah,
I hear you. 1 second. I hear you. I'm gonna move something. I hear you.
All right, and then it's this word, not the word, but I look at ABWs. I'm gonna say this. And black people, black women would be quick to call us, what you call? They would call us sellouts. They would call us this. They would call us some bitch niggas. But they're the same women that would not walk around with an afro. They would not look at. They say black is beautiful, but is black beautiful to them? Why they gotta wear weave in their head? I'm just saying. I've always questioned that, even as a kid. I've said that. It's like, if you love black so much, why? Like that bitch Cynthia G. Why? She acts so black. She's supposed to be so black, but she wearing this wig in her hair. You're the most high yellowest woman. Go ahead, bro, because I can get petty right now.
Well, the weave provides security. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, I got this saying, man, that it's unfortunately this is how they feel and this is how they think, and I'm gonna break it down. Like, if you've seen a black chick, right, and you went to the grocery store, if you seen her in her neighborhood and she didn't have her hair done, she got it wrapped up.
Okay.
She be acting okay. You speak to her, she a little humble. She say what's up. You say what's up to her. You know what I'm saying? She feel regular. See the same chick 2 days later, when she get her hair done, you're gonna notice the glow in her. You're gonna notice the diva mentality. You're gonna see her whole swagger changes. The weave, the lace front wig brings confidence. It's like spinach to Popeye. You know, like when you gave Popeye his spinach, you know what I'm saying, got the puffing up and got all that energy, was feeling good. That's how they feel when they get that new lace front wig in. It's like it's their superpowers. You know what I mean? But this is what they're gonna say. Well, I wear it because it's a protective hairstyle. I'm like, well, what is it to protect? I wear it to protect it from the sun. Like black people hair naturally protects itself from the sun because it's thick. So you can't tell me that you're wearing a weave. You claiming black power, but you're wearing hair that comes off of the heads of non-black people. But at the same time, you telling me I'm not proud to be a black man. Last time I checked, I look in the mirror, I see a black man. You got hair that it ain't. Listen, you got foreigners' hair. It's not even foreigners. It's not even black foreigners. So it's mind blowing that they can say this and not see that it's mind blowing that they can't see it's a problem. You know what I mean? You can't claim that you love to be black, but you're buying hair that is non-black.
Right. And yeah, they buy
if we did that, hold on, I'm gonna say this. If we bought hair like that and wore that hair and claimed to be black, they'll make fun of us.
Yeah.
Everybody will be laughing at us. If we that's just like the Black Panthers claiming black power, but they're wearing non-black hair. It'd be a joke, man.
Yes, it will.
It'd be a joke.
Man,
you know?
That's real, man. Dude, that's real. It's like damn. And look, when they buy the hair, they don't buy it from Negro. They don't buy it from niggas. They buy it from Asians.
Right.
You know, I'm serious. They buy it from mostly Asian. They get the wigs, they get this, but they want to claim that I'm a strong black woman. And I'm gonna say this, and I get this triggers me right here. This kind of triggers me because I see these same black women when you walking down the street. I call out my family. I got a sister that's an ABW, and I called that heifer out. And the attitude, she got an attitude like this, and a lot of them got attitude that they see a black man with a white woman, they turn their nose up.
Yeah.
This is where all our men going. And I said, if they treat us right, maybe we wouldn't be going that way.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, this is what I talk about too. I like when it comes to the weed thing, it ain't about bashing, because if you love yourself, it starts out with your appearance. If you're proud to be black, you got to start off by looking like a black person. You know what I mean? You have to start off by looking like a black person. You have to change your mindset. So that's why we're not convinced that you love being black if you're buying hair that comes from non-black people. It makes no sense, brother.
Right.
It makes no sense. Like my channel, when I talk about this, you know, people expect me to talk about that because my videos is kind of like, you know, aimed at black women, and it is what it is. But it's the truth, though, brother. It's the truth, though. You can't be proud to be black. It all starts out with looking like you're black, and then you got to take it from there.
Take it from there.
You know what I mean? Whatever you selling, it got to look like what you selling. You can't be selling black and looking non-black. That ain't gonna work. And that's all I've been trying to tell. That's all I've been trying to tell black women.
Yeah.
You know, but it is what it is, man. As of lately, I haven't even been making too many videos about weave because it's like beating a dead horse.
Right. Like beat a dead horse.
I just wanted to speak on it from my perspective to let people know my point of view on it. But as of lately, I make a video about it every now and then. But I'm like, nah, I ain't. It's like beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying?
You'll get black women at your head for that shit, though. I'm pretty sure you probably have some black women at your head for that shit.
Man, they come to your comment section to cuss you. They come to your comment section to cuss you out. You know what I'm saying? Leaving paragraphs like, yo, mama black and you need to get with a white woman. She gonna take your money. She gonna do you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I get messages like that all the time, man.
Yeah. And they misinterpret that we don't think black is beautiful.
We do think black is beautiful.
Right.
See, if you notice, when we talk about black women, we don't say we don't like your skin, we don't like your hair. What do we talk about? The mentality.
Right.
That's something that comes from within.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at black men's complaint about black women, it has nothing to do with physical appearance. We might tell them to get in shape, lose the weight. But even then, we're telling them like we still attracted to you. We just want you to get into shape and tighten it up. So the black man main complaint about the black woman is the attitude. It ain't got nothing to do with her skin color or nothing. The main problem is what we say, change your attitude. And maybe you can get a better man. But first you must become a better woman to get a better man. You see what I'm saying? You got to be a better woman to get a better man. Because you got to understand, you have to understand the options that a better man has. A better man can go overseas. A better man can go, stay here in America. He has top pick at whatever woman he wants. So while you saying I deserve a man, I want this and I want this, black women, y'all got to tighten up y'all game. Y'all got to stop having these damn kids. You got to fix your attitude. And once you do that and you put that in check, maybe just then you'll deserve it. You will deserve a better man. But until then, you got some work to do. And that's for real.
Red Supreme spitting that, man. He's spitting that truth over here, y'all. You dig, man? Man, it's a whole lot of stuff, man, that I've been looking at. And as being a YouTuber, I actually have grown from a lot of from when I first started. I've grown so much, bro, that I came back later on and said, you know what? I was wrong. I said that, but I didn't come out correctly with that. I've always corrected myself. I've always rebuked myself if I said some stuff that might have misled some people. And that's all about being a content creator. You got to go ahead and admit yourself that, you know what, I didn't say that right. I was wrong, and I admit that, and I've grown up on this, But I was right on a lot of stuff that I've said about who's part of the problem, about that black people need to really see what's the problem is, because let's be honest, a lot of black men in the black community are, I heard you use this word a couple of times, are beta males.
Yeah, that's true. And hey man, I can go in about that. And
go in on it. This is why I asked you to come over here.
Okay. All right, now let me go in. I'm gonna go in on it. See, when you think about the beta male, when you think about the ABW, that was created.
Yes.
The system created that person. You see what I'm saying? The black woman wasn't always like that. But once feminism came, the welfare, the system, the man was no longer an influence in the household. And it became about, I don't need a man, I'm strong and independent. That created that mindset. And then next thing you know, you have 3 to 4 generations with black women with that same mindset. Now that you have 3 to 4 generations of black women with that mindset, when they have these kids, they had these boys, the ABW created the beta male.
Yes.
You see how it all connects? It's the connection. It all connects with each other. The ABW created the beta male. Mm-hmm. She gave birth to the beta male. So keep in mind, he's raised in that home, the same home with the woman who has that mindset that I just broke down. I don't need a man. A man never done my mama no good. Whatever. We all heard it before. So when she raised her son, she teaches him, oh, you need to do this for a woman. You need to treat a woman right. You need to make sure you do this and do this. But at the same time, she's not teaching her son how evil certain women are. She's not teaching her son how women take advantage of nice guys. Mm-hmm. So she paints this picture like women can do no wrong, because when it comes to his daddy, she never wanted to admit to her wrong. See, the daddy probably wasn't around because the son she did. But of course, mama can do no wrong. So the beta male grows up with hate and animosity towards men because his mother taught him how to hate his father and just to roll the red carpet off for women. So he grows up with a hatred for black men, but he's a simp for women. You see what I'm saying? Right. So like I said, the ABW gave birth to that situation, which is the beta male. Yeah. And that's what we're dealing with today. Young men who have no male influence in their lives and they just react off their emotions. So It's all of it is connected. The beta male comes from the ABW.
The ABW.
Period.
The beta male. You know.
That's where they come from. You see what I'm saying? So it all starts with that. But see, this is the thing though, brother. You know, when I had a conversation with one of my partners that was pro-black, he was like, he kind of like on a pro-black tip. He was like, Red, well, don't you think if the ABW was created and the system created it, why do you keep going hard on the ABW? Why not bang on the white man? I said, okay, this is why I don't bang on the white man. I said, because cussing a white man out ain't gonna change anything.
Right.
White people have a system. They're not gonna change a system that a system that's created in their favor. Why would they change it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a waste of time asking them to change the system that's working for them. So at some point, black people have to change the mindset and do what we got to do what works for us. We have to figure out what works for us and move from there. You can't tell somebody to change the system if you can't change yourself.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So that's the first step, brother. Those are the first steps that we got to take. Changing ourselves, change the way that we think. And regardless of a system, if we don't fall victim to the system, we can live our lives the way that we want to live it. But everything starts with the mind. You know, we can't say bang on a white man. If black people start doing what they was doing, you wouldn't even have to worry. You wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't even have time to worry about that because you're making all the right moves so your life can be on track. So it's like, yeah, I understand that it might be racism, it might be this, and it might be that, but you can avoid that if you move a certain way. Not to say that racism in America it doesn't exist, but what I'm saying is we could avoid a lot of bad situations if we just take time to think.
Yeah, just take time to think, y'all. It's like, damn, when will y'all ever fucking listen? Will y'all ever listen, man? It's like, dude, Red, I am triggered. I'm not gonna say this YouTuber name, but this YouTuber said that a black man that fuck with a white woman has homosexual, tendency. You know who she is. Remember, I was triggered of that. She said that you have homosexual agenda if you fuck with white women. And what make you? I mean, that's like, what the fuck?
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. The woman she's still a woman regardless of what color she is. Right. Homosexuality has something to do with you being with a man.
Yeah. Yeah. My son is 31 years old. He like who he like. He like white women. He like Asian women, Italian women, black women. He like whatever had pussy on it. Was a woman.
Yeah. See, he'd have been better off saying like, I don't agree with you doing that, but trying to call it homosexuality is ridiculous.
Yeah, she said that she. You know
she. Yeah, she. Yeah, see that don't make no sense.
Oh, you said she do look like a man though.
Right. So hey, brother, it's all a system, man. You know, like I said, the ABW was created and the ABW created the beta male. And a lot of the beta males, like, this is the problem that I have with pro-blacks. I don't hate the fact that they're pro-black. I hate the fact that they don't check their women. I hate the fact that they don't take time to correct their women.
Right.
Like they're throw rallies and meetings telling the black man what he needs to do all day. And brothers in the crowd will just say, yep, everybody will shake their head and agree with it, right? But the moment they start telling black women what they need to do, you already know it's a problem. It's a problem.
Nigga, this a nigga.
But you know what? You know why they have that mentality? Because of the 3 to 4 generations of ABWs. The 3 to 4 generations that had this same mindset. Can't nobody correct them. So when you think about, like, see, there's nothing wrong with people saying, okay, we need black businesses, black schools. There's nothing wrong with that. But at some point, brother, you can't get the men together and not teach the women and not tell the women where they're going wrong. Of course, men are leaders, but at the same time, the people got to be in line too. If you a coach, you got to have good players. You see what I'm saying? At some point, they got to be trained. And if they're not willing to accept constructive criticism, then they got to understand why a lot of men are just saying, okay, well, I'll go over here and get a woman. I'll go over here and get a woman. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to continue to argue. I ain't got time to, be arguing and going back and forth with you. I just go over here and get what I want.
Right.
And, some brothers might get a white woman. Some brothers might get an Asian woman, a Latin woman, or whatever. But like I said, brother, it got a lot to do with the mindset. It ain't got nothing to do with the black woman's skin. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. If you ask your brother right now why he don't like dealing with black women, it got everything to do with their attitude and the mentality.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Everything to do with that.
It's the mentality. It's the cultural. It's the culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were taught, like, the way I grew up, the way I seen black women, I'm going to say it. They were taught that they can keep the fathers away from the child and they're going to raise them. I'm the mother. The child needs a mother more than they need their daddy. That's the attitude they had, because they feel that they feel if they push the baby out, I have more, I'm more of a parent to that person. But they don't understand to that baby, but they don't understand that fathers is the strongest genes.
Right.
They don't understand that. If they want to look at the history, if you go to history in the biblical days, fathers' genes are stronger. Next.
Yeah, but see, what you're saying is true. But if you've been raised with a feminist mindset, you pretty much you run an anti-man campaign.
Come on.
So with that being said, you don't even want to recognize, you don't even want to realize the importance of men, because you said a long time ago you don't need a man, therefore you don't want to accept male leadership. So when you're dealing with somebody that's not going to accept male leadership, she's going to raise her son to be a beta male, because she's saying I can raise a male without the leadership of a man. And that's how the ABW gives birth to the beta males. And when you deal with them, when men like us, we grow up, we deal with them, we got to deal with all of this, all this stuff that you really don't want to deal with. So a lot of times it becomes easier to just say, okay, I'll go over here and do this and I'll do that. And a lot of these sisters don't even realize that's why niggas are hitting and running. That's why a lot of brothers are like, yeah, I like having fun with you, but I ain't got time to be dealing with you when you got all those mood swings. Hit me up on the weekend when it's time to party, but I ain't got time to hear your problems. No.
Next.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Man.
I ain't got time for it. We can have fun. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. And that's what it is. So, when you think about the marriage race in the black community, people saying, well, black men don't want to marry black women. I said, well, guess what? If you think about a time when black men and black women were getting married in large numbers, and you look at it now and say, okay, it's not happening like that. There's a reason. Black men just didn't wake up one day and say, you know what? We're not going to marry black women. I think that's a good idea for today. No, that's not what happened.
Right.
But they make it seem like niggas just woke up yesterday and said, we ain't gonna marry black women just because we don't want to do it. As if it ain't got nothing to do with their attitude. As if it ain't got nothing to do with the things that we say it's about.
Mm-hmm.
And when you refuse to deal with a problem, it gets worse. That's why each generation gets worse, because it's an infection. It's a sickness that's been untreated for decades.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Continues to get worse, brother.
It's a sickness. It's a mental illness, and
it is.
Man, it's just so much stuff that I've seen with mental illness, because I grew up around ABWs. I probably make it public what I say. My sister is the ABW. I got female cousins, but I know that they're all my mom's side of the family. It ain't my dad's side of the family.
Yeah.
Everybody real on my dad's side of the family. Almost everybody, 90% of my mom's side family, they're a bunch of ABWs and feminists, and they don't even, most of them ain't never even met their daddies. Don't even know who their daddy is.
Yeah. And as far as they're concerned, he ain't important. You know what I mean? Their mothers have taught them that the role of a man ain't important.
Yeah.
All you need is me. So the kids grow up feeling like shit. Well, hell, that's why I told you, even the young boys, why you think all these black boys in these black communities kill each other? Because the first person they learn to hate is their father, because whatever their mother told them about their father.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So he go out in the streets and act stupid, But what he don't understand is there's consequences for black men making certain mistakes. A black woman can afford to pop off at the mouth and do this. Ain't nothing gonna happen. But as a black man, there's consequences for that. But it takes a father to teach a young black man that. You see what I'm saying? He ain't learning that from his mother. See, it takes a man to tell him, you got to move accordingly. You do this, you do that. This is what happens. Like if you look at the Ahmaud Arbery situation, yeah, he didn't steal anything. But if I could have gave him words of advice, I would say, look here, brother, stay out of if you don't own that property, ain't yours, stay out of it. Like me, myself, I stay out of people's property, and you respect mine, I respect yours. I don't go nowhere when I'm not wanted. So maybe if he could have followed that and says, you know what, this ain't my house. I don't live over here. Let me just stay away from it. It could have saved his life. You know what I mean? It could have saved his life. So simple things like that is where a father comes into play and teach a young man, like, listen here, brother. You know what I mean? You got to think about everything that's going on. Stay off people's property. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to know the law, and you got to know how to carry yourself. See, black people just now finding out that, oh, you can make a citizen's arrest. It's a thing in your ground law here and there. So when you attack these people and you in these neighborhoods where you ain't wanted, it gives them the right, and they can say, well, I did it because of the stand your ground or the citizen's arrest. So when they do things, they make sure that they're within that law. They make sure that they can say, okay, you know what, I did it because of this. So they study the law before they do it, and they have people who work there that's going to back them up. So as a black man, you got to understand the system, and you got to understand how to work it, because it's not going to change. All we can do is change ourselves and the way we move as people.
We know what? As me growing up myself in the city of Chicago, and I was taught by leaders and said, do not bring unnecessary heat. Do not bring unnecessary heat. That you tell us, like, you know what? If that person wrong, but you broken their shit first. They don't know what you got on there. And we would actually taught that growing up. Don't bring unnecessary heat. You do things in all righteous endeavors. It's the word that we were taught growing up, but they don't teach the younger generation. I'm not justifying it was right that I did growing up, but we were more like, you know what I'm saying? We were more like, we were more smarter than these criminals back then. I mean, they're more stupid at what they done, what they do. We were more like, hey, man, don't steal cars in your own neighborhoods. That's the attitude.
Exactly.
Yeah, we wouldn't even allow steal cars in our own neighborhood.
Yeah. Because you making your own neighborhood hot. You know what I mean? It's just certain things you don't do. Yeah, certain things you don't do, man. But like we said, these things are not being taught because there's no male leadership, even in these gangs. So when we talk about the ABW and the beta male, even in these gangs, it's not a coincidence. It's a reality. If we understand what's going on in the black community and you think about the lack of male leadership, you understand why these gangs have no structure. It was going to happen eventually because, like I said, each generation gets worse. So now when you think about this generation, they'll represent an organization and they're not even living by what it was even created for. They doing something totally different with it. Just like the youngsters that might be claiming Blood, Crip, GD, or BD, they're doing something totally different. Ain't got nothing to do with the foundation. You feel what I'm saying? You doing something totally different. But like I said, you have renegades, and when you think about it, see, in the pimp game, they got those bras that are renegades.
Right.
That they don't have no pimp. They ain't got nobody giving them no instructions. So when I think about gangbangers nowadays, they like renegades. They ain't got no instructions. They just running the streets doing whatever they want to do. But it all goes back to the lack of male leadership in the black community. So that's why you have gangs that are like, because you think, like you said, even back in those days, the gangbangers back then, they had uncles, they had fathers. It was still people in the community that taught them things like, if you're gonna do it, there's a way that you do things, and there's a way that you don't do things. These kids nowadays, these niggas today, they just do whatever. And because of that lack of male leadership, they're just doing whatever.
Male leadership. And the stuff that I heard growing up that you could teach, a woman can't teach their son how to be a man. A male can't even teach their daughter to be a woman, but it still takes a father to organize it.
Right. Yeah. You like you say, you know what I'm saying? Everything, if you think about a village, if you think about a basketball team, a football team, everything is position. Everybody must play their position. You know what I mean? And that's how things get done. You know what I mean? We all don't have the answer to every problem. You know some things that I don't know. I might enlighten you on some things. That's why it's each one teach one. And that's how you got to think about it with kids. You know what I'm saying? You might have an uncle that's good with math. You might have an aunt that's good with English. So you have a family, everybody that's educated, everybody can give that child bits and pieces of everything that they're good with. And that child can absorb all of those things and become something great later. But see, when you think about how broken Black families are, and you think about the fact that Black communities don't have male leadership, you have these ABWs giving birth to beta males, and that's why it's so much confusion. When you get Black men that can actually put the pieces together, you can't even come to an understanding with a pro-Black, because he's gonna call you a coon for calling a Black woman out, and you sitting back there looking like, well, how can we move forward if we're not going to correct the woman? So you can't. The Black community is so messed up because everybody is everywhere. Everybody's scattered all over the place. So you can't come to agreement with brothers, let alone dealing with some of these ABWs on how you want to raise a kid and how you see life. So it's messed up out here, bro.
It's crazy, right? I've been hearing the word ABW the last 2 years, right? Especially on the YouTube streets, right? And I've been preaching the word ABW. I'm talking myself like 10 years ago. I'd be like, you an angry Black woman. I'd say angry Black woman. I've said that to my cousins because I grew up. I was going to project and call their asses that. They're the same chicks that sit there with their fucking dirty feet at the bottom. Fucking, you know what I'm talking about? The goddamn Black feet is fucking thick on the bottom of the goddamn feet. Because these bitches don't come out, don't get off their asses. They sit there, you know what I'm saying? 2 layers of only goddamn house shoes. You know what man. I'm being petty, but you know what I'm getting at, Red.
Yeah. The thing is, man, it's the mindset, man. Like I say, I know some sisters that don't like fall in that category, but like I said, it's far and few, man. You're gonna have some that slide through the cracks, but the majority of these women think that way because they got, when you think about their upbringing, it destroyed their mind. It destroyed their minds.
Yes.
So it's made it damn near impossible for any, what's the benefit for any successful Black man to have a wife, to settle down and have kids with the average Black woman that thinks like that? There is no benefit in that. So that's why a lot of brothers are avoiding it. But Black men are getting a label like, oh, they just want to sleep with different women and have, fun. They don't want families. But it's like, why create a family if we can't come to some type of understanding? I don't want to create a child in dysfunction. I'm gonna avoid that. So in the meantime, I'm gonna live my life and have some peace and happiness. If I gotta go over here and if I gotta go over there, I'm gonna do that. That's why, like I said, I got a gang of partners that got, women of all races. This is California, the West Coast. So you got like brothers who have Filipino women, white women, Latin women. It's happening.
Yeah.
Like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with colorism and none of that. That's the excuse that they're making because they don't want to change their attitude.
It's a preference. Everybody has a preference, And like I said, I openly admit this, that I have Black daughters. I have 5 kids, 5 children. They all grown, grandbabies. Even though some of the grandbabies mixed, but I did decide to date only white. I have a white woman right here. I wouldn't, and that's it.
He was done.
I'm done. I'm just saying. I was at a point. I'm at a point like, you know what? I never said Black ain't beautiful. Black is beautiful, but no. I don't like that old nigga neck shit. Like, no, he didn't. I don't like that. I'm a strong Black woman all the time. Why you can't be a strong woman for once? Why you can't be a strong woman? One thing I do know, and I tell the truth, I've seen the history. I got receipts on this, but a lot of white women be in black men corner more than a lot of black women. And it's the truth. They would stand up for their dream. They believe, white women believe in black men. A lot of black women don't believe in them. No, you gonna do this, and this is the way it's gonna do, nigga this and nigga that. Go ahead, bro.
Well, you know, if you listen to I made a live stream about like a month ago. I said black women want their boyfriends and husbands to submit to them. And when I said that, the dude was like, damn, Red, he hit me up in the comment section. He said, I never thought about it, but that's true. I said, yeah. I said, think about it. Their whole lives, they were told what a man must do for a woman. So when you think about a woman is, you know, waving her finger in the air, popping her neck, she wanted her boyfriend to submit to her. She wanted her boyfriend to meet her demands.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going on. And unfortunately, you got a lot of brothers that's dealing with that strong black woman that's telling them what to do and telling you what a real man is, and he doing everything in his power to live up to what she think a real man is.
Right.
And this is the thing. Black women are quick to tell you what a real man is. You notice that?
Yeah.
They are quick to tell you what a real man is.
Yes.
And a real man would do this. A real man would do that. If he was a real man, he wouldn't do this. You're like, well, shit, if you know what a real man is, if you know what a real man is, you wouldn't be the least married group of women in America.
Right.
At some point, you got to fix something. You ain't got the time to be sitting up here telling me what a real man is, and you ain't got one.
Yeah. You got me in my petty mode, Red. Come on now. You got me in my petty mode right now. Petty time, John. Hit in the chat room. Petty time starts now.
Yeah. Telling me everybody what a real man is, and you the main person that need one.
Yeah. The main one that need one. The main one that need motherfucker to take care of all 5 of your kids. The mixed white one, the African, the 2 kids that are half African, and the Asian one, the dashika type of bitches.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at that movie, Don't Be a Menace, it was comedy, but that's some truth in that motherfucking movie with dashika.
Yeah.
Bitch has goddamn feet.
You got, and you know what, bro? You know what I said? Black people at some point, like, we gotta take some certain things on the chin too and get better. Like you just said, like that the shiki chick or whatever, there's truth to that. These aren't just stereotypes. You can go to any ghetto in America, in any urban city, and you're gonna see that same type of chick. They got all these damn kids. So that was a true character. That wasn't just no movie script. Right. That was a real character.
Nigga.
All those characters. Hey, you know, me being from LA, when I see that movie, I might have a drink, and sometimes I smoke a blunt, and I just laugh because it's so true. I promise you, every character on there is true, bro.
On everything, my nigga.
They just made comedy. They just made comedy out of it. You see what I'm saying? That's the only difference, man. They just made comedy out of it. But yeah, man, it's really what it is. So at some point, these ain't stereotypes, man. We really got to get better. They just decided to say, you know what? We're gonna make humor out of this and turn it into some comedy. But it's really some real shit though.
Message. Nigga, what, man?
Yeah, man. So when you think, but it is what it is, man. Like I say, man. It's Friday, man. It's cool. Like I said, I'm glad we decided to do Friday night because I said, you know what? I got caught up doing something yesterday. I said, you know what? I think it'd be a much better Friday night because I'll be chilling. You know what I mean? I have me a drink. You know what I'm saying? Have some of my California good, relax, and just chill with my, you know, and just chop it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Right.
How long you been doing YouTube?
I
wanted to ask you that.
I've been doing YouTube. I started doing YouTube more in 2017 when I had like about 3 subscribers, and I was actually doing Facebook Live. I was just doing my long tall boy videos and just talking shit. And one day I kept getting flagged on Facebook, and they said, "Won't you just download your videos to YouTube?" Okay, so I downloaded this one video I had, And then the video went viral. All of a sudden, I got like 5,000 subscribers in like a week. And then I became there. I never went live yet. I was just uploading videos.
Just uploading videos, yeah.
On videos, and then I started doing that. Lord, I said, "This it's a live button." I started doing live, like, "Oh, this is cool," and that's it. And all of a sudden, I started getting email. You know, people started reaching out to me. I started being on other people's panel and stuff, man. And it was cool, man. You know, I don't do stuff with O'Shea. You know, it just I've been like all over, man, all over the place, man. You know, and I've been getting a lot of. The thing is, I'm very controversial, and I like being controversial. I actually go on YouTube just to piss people off, because that's my thing. I love you enough to piss you off with the truth, and that's right. My thing too. I love you enough to tell you the truth. If I hate you, I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna speak.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You remember that scene? You remember on Baby Boy when Tyrese told Yvette when they was at the at Lucy Taco. See, Lucy Taco is a real spot. It's like on Pico on La Brea.
Okay.
When I think she found the condoms in the back seat. When she pulled the condoms out, and she was like, "What's this?" He was like, "I forgot what he said to it." And anyway, they went home arguing, and she was asking him, "Why did we cheat?" And Jody told her, was like, "Check this out. I'm out here telling these hoes the truth." It was funny though, but what he said was real. He said, "I'm telling these hoes the truth because I don't care about their feelings. I lie to you because I know you can't take the truth." Hey, that was deep, because what he was saying was real. And she was like, "Well, why do you sleep with different women?" He was like, "I don't know. From time to time, I love you. You my woman. I just fuck different bitches from time to time. Can you deal with this truth? You said you wanted it. Now I'm giving it to you. But now you want to argue." So when you think about it, he like telling you lies is I get a better time telling you lies. When I tell the truth, I gotta fight and argue with you.
Right.
So this is why I'm lying. He told her, like, this is why I'm lying to you. If you can learn how to accept the truth, then I can deal with you in a whole nother fashion. But at some point, Black women must learn how to accept the truth. But the thing is, they say they want it, but they don't. They don't really want the truth.
No, they don't. They want the lies. That's why they want beta males.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't tell brothers to lie to women, because all you got to do is be on your grind, have things going your way, and you can have your way with women. You know what I mean? All you got to do is just take care of your business, do what you got to do, and you can have your way with women. You ain't got to sit up here and lie to them. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you that you got to tell them your whole life story, but you ain't got to tell women lies to have your way with them. And that's my thing. That's what I tell brothers, man. Hey, that's what I you ain't got to lie to women to have your way with them, man.
Yes. I remember
you know what I mean? You doing what you want to do, it'll work out for you.
Yeah, it'll work out. It'll work out, The truth. Hey, I see what my grandmama used to always say, to tell me, the truth shall set you free.
Yeah, but like I see, I got a thing that I said the truth is a bitter pill. You know what I mean? It's a bitter pill, man. We can take it all day. That truth is a nasty pill, man. And most people don't want to swallow that nasty pill.
But it'll set us about us being the truth, by us telling the truth. It'll set us free.
Yeah. See, some people. See, if you hide from the truth, see, this is the thing about the truth. When you run from the truth for so long, and then one day it's presented to you in a way that you can't deny it.
Go ahead, Red. I'll be back in 1 minute. Go ahead.
It's so devastating to accept it. Like when you accept it, it's devastating. It's mind blowing. A lot of people get depressed, and a lot of people, you have people who committed suicide because their wife left them. You have people who lost money because they finally realized that they're drunk, they're alcoholic, their life is sideways, and they can't deal with the pressure. So now that they're forced to deal with reality, they commit suicide. You see what I'm saying? And it's a lot of that going on. And I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff don't get reported in the news, but you got brothers every day that are committing suicide because of some type of divorce with a woman, some type of bad situation. You know what I mean? It happens every day, man. But like I say, these things they don't speak on it.
Yeah, they don't, bro. They don't speak up
They
on it.
don't, they don't, they don't speak on what really, things that concern men. They really don't speak on it. See, men in society take a lot of things on the chin. So when you think about these men that do these suicides and this, they got a lot of that got to do with money and women. It's a direct result of dealing with money and women. And some of these brothers who have worked their whole lives to get to this level, they feel like they can't bounce back from taking that loss from that divorce, from losing property to this woman that took their money. Now that they're forced to deal with this bitter pill, which is called reality, a lot of brothers have taken their lives over this stuff, man. I read a lot of stories that really didn't make news headlines, but yeah, man, it's a lot of brothers that are taking their lives, and like I said, it got a lot to do with money and women. You know?
Hold on, we got Blackmail talking. What's up, BMT in the chat room, man? What's up? Thanks for stopping for the support, bro.
Yeah, man. Right day. So yeah. So it is what it is, man. So how the weather out there? Y'all it's cold out there. It's starting to warm up.
Like 60 degrees, 65 down here, 65 out here. And that's the perfect weather. It's probably like 100 where y'all at.
Well, it's about like 80, about 80s.
Hey, you know what? You don't treat me out about y'all California motherfuckers. See, I'm gonna be petty right here. I'm gonna talk about you California motherfuckers. When I went to California, I was in Oakland, right? I went to Oakland, man. It's like December, and when I went out there, it was like 50 degrees out there, 55 days off. We outside chilling. You know what I'm saying? I actually tried to move and I ended up coming back. Everybody freezing. I'm something having fun in a 50-degree weather out there, man. I said, what the hell? Y'all cold?
Yep.
Y'all think 50 is cold.
Yeah. But you know what? You're right about that. You got to think California people are spoiled. 50-degree weather, everybody cold. Chicago, you come from Illinois, Chicago, 50 degrees, 60-degree weather is cool for you. You know what I'm saying? You outside like, this one dude told me, he was from Chicago. He said the same thing you said. He said, man, it's like 55, 56 degrees in LA. Y'all talking about it's cold. Y'all gonna go in the house. He said it's shit. He said shit, it get like late 50, 60 degrees out here. We get to pulling out the barbecue grill. That's a good day for us with all that cold weather we get. So, but like I said, that's the difference. Like I say, that's the difference in the weather, man. 50 degrees is cold, man. California people complain at 50 degrees.
Yeah.
For y'all, 50 degrees for y'all in December is good.
Yeah. I'm like, 50, man, that's heaven weather to me. 50 degrees out there, man. I'm like, come on out. Why y'all upset about this degree, man? I said, I can't, man. Dude, where I grew up, we were drinking 40 ounces outside when it was like below zero. And mama told we to stay at the house. So we out there with our Eskimo coats on, passing the 40, smoking into the blunt freezer. You know what I'm saying? We sit there like this. And we outside for hours. We kicking it. We like Eskimos out there.
Yeah, but see, y'all bodies adjusted to that cold weather. You take a nigga from LA to Chicago during wintertime. Oh my God, he ain't gonna survive. He ain't gonna know how to adapt to that weather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. See, y'all used to that weather. See, y'all can come to California, y'all can deal with whatever California has to offer. But a nigga from LA, he ain't gonna go to Illinois, Chicago. It's gonna take him a while to adjust to that weather out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's gonna take him a long time.
A long time, I even go to the East Coast. It's warm on New York than the Midwest. The Midwest is more cold. The Midwest, New York is not even that bad. Washington, D.C. Actually, I love Washington, D.C. Every time I go down in December or January, it'd be nice out there. It'd be like 50 or 40 degrees, and I deal with that.
So you think Chicago is colder than New York, huh?
I think about the same at times. No, it is.
About neck and neck. Because I know it get cold in Chicago, and I know it can get cold in New York too.
Yeah, yeah. It's both sides. It's both. You know what? It's both cities right there. It depends. It depends because a lot of times the weather be almost the same. It just from a few inches. You dig what I'm saying? And see, right now I'm 6 hours from. I'm actually 4 hours from Minneapolis because Midwest is everything close. Minneapolis, they have the most snow. Minneapolis, the biggest power over there. You dig?
Talking about Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
The Midwest, everything is close. Like Chicago is like 6 hours from Cleveland, like 5 hours from Cincinnati. Chicago is like a half an hour from Gary, Indiana. Because
that's close.
It's right close. It's like a Jersey. It's right close to the borderline of Indiana. My mom lived in Hammond, Indiana, right next door to Chicago.
Oh, okay. So Chicago is right next door to Indiana state line.
Yeah. And I left Chicago. I moved to Wisconsin. I'm like an hour away. I'm actually 30 minutes, 35 minutes away from the Illinois border. So Midwest, everything is close.
Yeah.
It's crazy because y'all be driving 8 hours to Oakland. You know what I'm saying? We don't drive no 8 hours to. It's probably the same.
See, everything. See, you're right about that. Like California, everything is spread out. You know, if you drive from LA to the Bay Area, it's like a 5.5 or 5.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
So, like you say, everything here is spread it out. But then from Vegas, though, but this is the thing, like from Vegas, if you drive like from LA to Vegas, that's like a 4 hour drive.
Yep.
That's like a 4 hour drive, and it's like probably like a 5 hour drive from LA to the Bay Area. 5.5 hour drive. So yeah, you know, everything is a little bit more spread it out. But I've noticed when you get to the East Coast and South, everything is a little closer. Everything is a little closer over there. You know, everything out here is just spread it out. But yeah, man. I'm in it, like I say, man.
So you in LA? You're not in the sub. You're not like in Compton or Carson. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You are directly in LA.
Yeah. See, me, I'm from the city of LA. See, when you think about Compton, Carson, Long Beach, that's the county.
Okay, it's like Chicago, Cook County. You got I get that. You got Harvey, that's called Cook County.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, like when you think about like see now Watts is just a district of LA. It's like just a section, but Watts is LA. Watts is a part of the city. But when you think about like Compton, Carson, Long Beach, that's the county. That's LA County. Yeah.
See, I be want to be educated up on LA because you know what I'm saying. Because I'm from the Midwest. I'm like, because I was like, hold on, I never really talk to people that's from LA. I just hear stuff. I listen to music. Yeah. I'm being real with you, so I'm just trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Because you do know, like, see, Compton was a suburb. Like back in the 50s, Compton was all white.
Hey, my friend Rita, I talked to her. She's in Compton. I mean, we do a lot of videos together, and she's an old school blood. They call her the Compton conservative, man. That's my girl right there. But she was talking about how Compton's for the Mexicans now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go into that right now. Okay. I'm gonna tell you how Compton went from white, black to majority Mexican.
Okay.
It's been a demographic shift. Like, see, in the 50s, Compton was white. If you look at Compton High yearbook, you're gonna see a number of white people in there. It was a time to where they didn't even allow black people to move to Compton. Like, what people don't realize, California had a lot of racist Southern laws. Like, they didn't allow black people to move to Compton at one point in time. And then, like, kind of like after the Watts riots, I forget what year the Watts riots was, but like during the Watts riots and a little bit before that, black people started moving in Compton, and then the white people slowly started moving out of Compton. And then, like, by the 60s, you know, Compton started, you know, became black. So Compton, like, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, Compton was black. Now it's Mexican because a lot of black people been leaving LA because of the high rent prices.
Okay. So is it true about, I've been here, I got a buddy down in LA. Her name's Kato, a good friend of mine. She said there's Skid Row down. There's a lot of Skid Row down in LA.
Yeah, downtown LA, yeah.
Yeah, that they have homes for illegals and not for, you know, us.
Yeah. It's true, man. It's true. Like, when illegal immigrants come to LA, man, they get a lot of benefits. You know what I mean? They get a lot of programs that's you know, for them. So they get housing, they get everything. And if you go to Skid Row, Los Angeles, like if you like tonight, if you just type in Skid Row, Los Angeles, and
Okay.
you're gonna see nothing but our people down there, man. It's messed up. It's like their own city. It looked like New Jack City. When you go down to Skid Row every night, it looked like it looked like a scene from New Jack City, man. You got people just laid out on the sidewalk, and then you got blocks of just tents of people just laid out on the street, man. Skid Row is real, man. But yeah, like I say, they'll give money to illegal immigrants before they help the people, you know, that are citizens, man. But that's what's going on, though.
Wow.
But you know, it's crazy, man. You look up Skid Row, you're gonna be like, damn, yeah, it's crazy down there, man.
Yeah. One of my I interviewed her like about 4 or 5 times, and she gave me like screen shares of the Skid Row down there, and she be talking. She's in her 50s, and she be out there advocating. You know what I'm saying, for the homeless out there. Advocate. She actually ran against Maxine Waters. And the black conservative threw her on the bus because she was too real. She was too street, and they didn't want that. And so, boom.
Yeah. They didn't want that. But yeah, man, like LA, blacks been but listen, man, blacks been leaving LA since like really like the 90s. You know, because the property is the rent is so high.
Yeah.
And when you think about Mexicans, you know, LA is so close to the Mexican border, right?
Okay.
So when Mexicans move to LA, they'll live in a house and they'll all pay that rent.
Okay.
So all those houses that used to be black people in it are pretty much Mexican people now, because it'd be like a black family, maybe a mother. Every now and then you might have a mother and a father. But if you got single mothers living in these houses, and it's up to them to pay the rent, they're gonna lose that house. But when you think about a Mexican family, it might be like 3 adults that live in that house, but all of them will have jobs and they'll pay that rent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's easier for them to maintain, because when the rent go up, all they do is move together and they live together to pay that rent, and they all save money and pay that rent. Black people can't live with each other. So as soon as the rent go up, the first thing we do is like, oh, gotta leave, gotta move to the suburb where the rent is cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how slowly but surely Compton started to become the majority Mexican. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah, Compton is like majority. Yeah, Compton is majority Mexican now. It went from majority white, majority black to majority Mexican.
Damn.
So that's,
we gotta question that shit, man. When you got majority of Mexicans in Compton, majority of Mexicans that just migrating in these certain places, we gotta question that shit.
Yeah. But you know, it's easier for them to operate, because like I said, they're moving a 3-bedroom house, and it'll be like 3 families in that one house. But what they do is they'll all stay there for a while and save money to get ahead.
That's gangster.
So, yeah, you know, like, see, the thing is,
I ain't mad at them for that.
They know. See, the thing is, they know how to work together to make something happen. Black people, you take 2 women, she can't have her sister and her kids. Mexican people, it'll be her husband, and then it'll be her sister and her kids. You see what I'm saying? And there might be an uncle there too. All of them will pay that rent at that house, and then what they'll do eventually, within a year or 2, they'll all branch up and have their own house.
Mm-hmm.
But they start off working with each other. And like I said, a lot of those houses that used to be black, they become Mexican, because when the rent go up, the black people move to the suburb, because you got like Riverside, San Bernardino County. These places are like an hour outside of LA, and the rent is way cheaper out there. So all the black people from like Watts, South Central Compton, they move into Riverside, San Bernardino. You see what I'm saying? Where the rent is way cheaper. And as time goes by, the black population continues to decrease and decrease and decrease. So the black population in LA is at an all-time low. It's at an all-time low. Yeah.
Pay attention, everybody. Pay attention to the fucker that's going on right here, y'all. And y'all so about shit.
Yeah. People don't realize what's going on. I tell my partners every day, I'm like, you better realize what's going on. Rent going up. You got this COVID-19, which means jobs are leaving. How are you gonna survive?
Thank you.
They forcing you to move out. And the thing about it is they ain't got to do it in a forceful way.
Yeah.
All they got to do is, you a victim of circumstance.
Come on
You know what
now.
I'm saying?
Come on now, Red.
You a victim of circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we don't have money and we're not prepared and we're not working together, we the main ones that suffer. See what I'm saying? In a time like this, those Mexican people that live in Los Angeles, they're not doing bad. You know why? Because they'll live together in that house to make sure everybody's straight and everybody ain't struggling. So when the smoke clears and everything opens back up, everybody got money and they can all go, pretty much do their own thing. But like I said, it all comes from working together. Black people got hit the hardest by the rent going up in LA because we can't stay with other black people. It's gonna be fights, it's gonna be arguments. So staying together don't work for us. It just ain't gonna happen.
Yes, not gonna happen.
Yeah, you fight with your brothers and sisters too much, you can't live with them, but Mexicans can make that work.
Yeah, and why niggas can't make that shit work? And that triggers me right there. Why niggas can't make that shit work? Why niggas don't want to see niggas be successful?
We can't, man. It's that crab in a barrel mentality, man. And our personalities, we just clash. See, Mexicans, they stay with each other for 2 years. I'm from LA. I seen it. I had a Mexican family that stayed across the street from me, right?
And
it was like the mother, the father, the son, the daughter, the aunt, the uncle, they kids. They stayed in this house for 2 years. Within 2 years, all of them had their own car and their own houses. And the mother and father eventually started their own taco shop down the street from the house. See what I'm saying? You see how they stayed together for 2 years and everybody saved money. And when everybody branched out, they all had something going on because they worked together to make that happen. We can't do that. We can't do that as black people.
No, we can't.
You can't do that. You know what I mean? And we have differences that we don't know how to settle our differences. So that's the problem. So, it all goes back into the women that we deal with. That dysfunction is the reason why we have the women that we have today. You know what I mean? And black men, we got our problems too. I ain't trying to say everything in the black community is the black woman's fault, but if we speaking about the black woman, which is the ABW, she gave birth to the beta male. But then, like I say, the pro-blacks are always argue, well, the system created her. You got to argue at the system. Well, we address the system at the same time. But at the same time, we're going to address the black woman. We're going to address the things that's going on with the system. We got to address it all. We can't just blame it on white supremacy and overlook what the black woman is doing. No, they got to be corrected at the same time, too. And that's why, like, I never joined. Like, I had a homie that was into one of these little pro-black groups. I never joined because I felt like they too soft on women.
Come on.
Like, they got some good points. They got some good ideas, but they too soft on women. They blame everything on white supremacy and a black man. Yeah. And they don't hold a woman accountable for anything she do.
No, they don't.
So that's what turned me off with that movement right there.
They don't have this attitude that their husband, even when they get married, they don't have this attitude that their husband is the head of the house. The way I grew up, I grew up with my mama and my stepdaddy. Look, my mama had to honor what my stepdaddy said. He the head of the house. It's what it is. You the head in this motherfucker. And that's the way it is. But now they have took it that way. That's when they created the ABW, the beta males. Come on. The beta males. Yeah.
But like I say, the beta male is a creation. You know what I mean? Everything that's going on is not by coincidence. It was designed to be this way.
Yes.
You knew if you had if you have 3 to 4 generations of women who are single mothers, you can already imagine the type of kids they're going to give birth to. You see what I'm saying? So that system was designed to pretty much hold brothers back. But at the same time, we can't continue to blame the system. If we know better, we got to do better now. We can't just say, okay, that's just like saying, okay, that's a dead end. But you keep going down the dead end street. We know that's a dead end. Take another route, nigga. You can't keep saying white supremacy, white supremacy. You know now where that road leads to. Try something different, because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results, which is single mothers, and single mothers give birth to the future prisoners that's going to fill the prison. You see what I'm saying? So it's all a system. So at some point, yeah, there's racism. All these things exist, but what are we going to do? We can't ask somebody to change a system that's working for them. The first step is changing ourselves and doing what's best for us.
And you know what I hate? You know what I hate, Red? I hate whenever black men or black people, period, don't blame everything on a white man. You get called a coon because you don't blame the white man for your.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, I get called Uncle Ruckus, and I value myself. I said, if I had a wish, I would not wish to be white. If I had wishes, I would not. I love being black. So how can I be a coon and I love being black? You love being black. Obviously, you love being black, but you call out nigga shit. You a black man that call out nigga shit, and you could be on nigga shit. Take you there.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, my thing is, it's a lot of things that we can avoid, like when you think about the Ahmaud Arbery, what does that teach brothers? And the thing is, we seen what happened, we can't change it, but what do we learn from it? You know what I mean? That's the thing. I was like, what do we learn from it?
Right.
And the message that I would want to give young black brothers is like, listen, brothers, don't go on people's property, mind your own business. Don't put yourselves in these situations. Maybe that brother, I don't know what was going on. Was he scoping the place to steal? Who knows? We'll never know. We wasn't there. We're just looking at a videotape, and we all know when you're looking at a tape, there's always things that go on that you don't see on those tapes. Before the tape even got filmed, there was things that were happening. So
yeah,
at some point, we're just speculating. But one thing I will say is this: if I wanted to teach young brother something, like, listen, bro, don't go in a house that ain't yours. Stay away from other people's property, and understand the laws in every state that you go to. And if you understand that simple knowledge right there can keep you out of these situations that can end up like that. You know what I mean? You know, I believe in self-defense and all of that, but at the same time, I believe in avoiding the situation as a whole. It's like, yeah, you got a gun to protect yourself, but why put yourself in a position where you got to use it? The name of the game is to avoid all of the bullshit just by thinking. You know what I mean? Avoid all the bullshit if you can, man. It's going to save you money, time, and everything else, man. So that's what I'm just saying, man. There's a lot of things that we can learn from these videos and these current events.
Okay. Ray, I got a question from Janine. She said, tell me how racism exists now.
Well, it exists because the country was, you got to think, America was built on racism and capitalism. I mean, and I'm not the type of black person that blames every white person for racism. I don't, because I understand that every white person don't agree with that. But what I'm saying is, we'll be lying to ourselves if we say America wasn't built on racism and capitalism. So if you have a country that was built on that, you're going to have people if you have black people that have the slave mentality, you're going to have white people who have the slave master's mentality, because they were taught that way of life, that way of thinking from generations. And as black people, we have that mentality because of how we've been for generations. So at some point, you got to understand, when you have these people who are in position of power, like law enforcement, I'm not saying all cops are bad, because you got some good ones, but a lot of those cops are racist. A lot of these people who have, maybe they a judge, maybe they a cop. You got to be a fool to think some of these people ain't. I don't even like using the word white supremacy like that, but I understand that's what black people, that's what they understand.
Yeah, that's what they understand. You got to break it out,
Yeah, so I'm speaking to them in their language. So, of course, some of these people who work for law enforcement are white supremacists. Of course, some of these judges are. That's just the name of the game. This is America. They didn't go away. You think they made all that money off of slavery to not still have some of those same ideologies that they had from back then? No. If we had the slave mentality because of the way we was raised from generations, and we still trying to break the cycle, what makes you think they can't? Why they ain't trying to break the cycle of that racist way of thinking? Now, I'm not saying that applies to all white people, but it does apply to a certain group of white people. And what we have to understand is America was built on that. And when you see what's happening today, you can look back 100 years ago and see similar situations. So that's how racism exists, because it was built on racism.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. That's my take on it, you know. But you know, what I'm saying is this: even though I'm telling you that racism exists, I'm not blaming all of my problems on a white man. I'm not one of these black people that's gonna sit up here and say black people can't do this because of white man. Black people can't do that because of white man. At some point, it got something to do with your way of thinking. It has something to do with you being a product of your environment. And at some point, if you want better, you got to put yourself in a position to make a change, because ain't nobody gonna change it for you.
Exactly,
So,
bro. Exactly.
That's my mentality.
You know, and I respect your mentality. That's what, dude. I already know. But these people don't already know. They already know what they've been taught. They already know what they've been forced on. And like it goes back to the word ABW, feminism. It goes back to that. It goes back to the ABWs. And ABWs, would you please stop being angry? Why so angry? You know,
well,
beautiful. I have black.
This is what they're gonna tell you. This is what they're gonna say, though, bro. This is what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, the reason why we're angry because black men are not helping us raise these kids. Black men are not being the leaders that they're supposed to be. We would have never went to the system and took the handouts from the government if the black man was doing what he was supposed to be doing, if he was in a home providing, raising the children. So we're angry because we don't have providers. We don't have husbands, fathers, or providers. That is why we're angry. Now, those are the talking points of black women, because I've asked some black women, why are you angry? And that's the response that I've got from a lot of them. They're saying we have a reason to be angry is because black men don't protect us. Black men don't marry us. Black men are not fathers to their children. Black men are not providers for their women and family. So the white women have men who do that. So the white woman ain't got a reason to be angry. We're angry as black women because we don't have those things. So they're saying that us being angry is justified because of those reasons. That's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna say.
Man.
So they're gonna say that we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. Therefore, they had to go to the system, and we're angry because of what you ain't doing for us. Pretty much.
Well, come on now,
there
man.
You go.
Man,
there you go.
This is truth, man. There we go over here, man. And oh man.
So that's the question, brother. Did the black man see? This is the thing. I don't just go. I listen to everybody's point of view and everybody's perspective. I say, okay, that's the black woman's perspective. They said we're angry because we're not protected. Black women are the least protected women in America. That's why we're angry. Black men don't help us with these kids. They leave us with these kids.
Right.
And you sit back and say, like, okay, do they have a point? Or is it that, would you say that, okay, well, maybe you're not picking the right man to have children with? And see, I presented that argument as well. I say, okay, there can be some truth to that. You had a child with a man that didn't do this, a man that didn't do that. But you didn't get married before you had that child. You didn't even make sure that man was you didn't even know what type of family he came from. You met him at some club. You met him through your homegirl. Y'all had sex and had a baby. You didn't take time to see if he would be a good father. You didn't know none of these things about that man. So at some point, you can't blame the whole population of black men for the mistakes that you made when it came to you sleeping with the wrong men.
She just wanted some dick.
Yeah. So you can't say that I don't have a husband because black men don't want to be husbands. No, you're a single mother because you was promiscuous and you didn't get married when you had that kid. So I ain't gonna sit up here and let you say, okay, well, it's because black men didn't do this, black men didn't do that. Maybe you didn't do nothing to where the black man felt like you was worthy of marrying.
Okay, I got a question for you, my brother. I got a controversial question for you right now. It's controversial, and speaking, this is my platform. I'm raw as, but what I'm gonna say is, do you think? Oh shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh fuck. Oh, I lost my train of thought because I was gonna say some shit right now. I guess it wasn't time for me to say that.
No, I was ready. I was ready for the question, bro.
Oh shit! I had that question. Hold on, it's gonna come to me. Do you think? Oh shit! I lost my. Look, I literally lost my train of thought right now.
Yeah, because we were just talking about, we were
talking
about.
Maybe I can refresh my memory in what you just said. Go back what you said. Maybe I can refresh the memory.
Yeah, because we was talking about. We was just talking about, things about how everything is with the black woman, and you was like, I want to ask you a controversial question. I'm trying to think of what I can say to get you to remember your question.
Do you think it has something to do with black women? Oh,
because I broke down why they angry, and I broke down that how the ABW gave birth to the beta male. We went into all of that. We went into why black women have an attitude. The reason why they're angry is because of black men are not providers. Black men don't raise their children, so they feel like they have a right to be angry. We have a right to have a chip on our shoulder. White women don't. White women don't have the right to have a chip on their shoulder because they don't go through the same things we go through, and those are the things that black women say. So they said the white woman has more room to be nice because she didn't have that hard upbringing like her.
Why is always these? I'm gonna say this. Why always gotta be ghetto ass hood rat women? They quick to call the police on black men. I've seen it happen. Look, my dad. Rest in peace. My dad. He's 60 years old. He married some trash. I don't care if she hear my video. He married some trash. The same age as me. But she was quick to call the police on his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's the thing though. Like a lot of black women feel like, okay, I can't be too physically. They feel like that's how they can hurt you. Like if I can't do nothing with you, I get the man on you. You know what I mean? As they would call back in the day, Mr. Charlie. I get old Mr. Charlie on you to put you in cuffs. So if I can't control you, I'll control you through using this system.
Mm-hmm.
That's just another way of having some type of power. Like if anything, like let's say like you got a brother that's on probation, parole. You get out of line with that woman. The first thing she's gonna do is use that over your head. So the thing about it is, if we understand that black women took on feminism, with that being said, they're gonna use anything that has to do with the system to have power over you. Because they know if I can't get this nigga in line, I'll get the law to do it. Because they're already used to going through the system anyway. So hell yeah, I'll put you through the system. Matter of fact, I'll call those people on you to get you in line. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of brothers deal with. But that happens to brothers that be living with these bras, man. Like if you live with one of these ghetto chicks long enough, and you get to arguing with her, and they see, she got kids and these arguments, you got brothers that end up in jail because of that, man. And those are not like living with women who have kids that ain't yours. That's not a good situation to be in, man. I spoke about that earlier. Like when you older, like you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you meet one of these bras, man, and you move in their house, she gonna have kids. Yeah. And when you see, it's one thing when you just hanging out with her on the weekend, having sex with her. But once you start living with her, you might not like the fact that her kids don't wash their hands before they go in the refrigerator. As a man, by nature, you're gonna want to take charge because you see that she's allowing these kids to be reckless. So by you coming in there and trying to be an authority figure, they're not used to that structure. And at some point, when you piss her off, you can't tell my kids what to do. And next thing you know, you arguing with her. Then you thinking like, oh, damn, I should have never been in this situation in the first place. These ain't my kids. She got kids by some other nigga. I ain't got no business being up in there arguing with her. How did I get in here? And that's what happens. A lot of brothers who end up in bad situations end up living with these females. And when they end up living with these females, they end up arguing with them and they end up going to jail. And their name ain't on nothing.
And then
They
the
living
same
with a
niggas that
brother.
depend on these women because of the welfare. They living off their fucking welfare check. Let's be real. Living off their motherfucking shit. Because these niggas don't know how to hold their own.
It is what it is, man. You know, and I'm not saying like all brothers are living off these bras, but you got a large percentage of brothers that do that. Yes. And those are the niggas that end up in jail because the situation is just dysfunctional. It's like she got kids that are 2-3 years old and she already got a new man around her kids. That should tell you right there. That's a clear sign to show you that she's trifling. The kids barely start talking and she already got a new man around them. You know what I mean? But as long as you know you going over there blowing her back out, you know, getting sex, you don't say nothing. But once you start to deal with her, you start to realize why she's had problems with men her whole life. But it takes for you to start, you know, being around her to realize that.
Yeah.
And that's the situation. And that's how a lot of brothers end up in jail dealing with these single mothers and these little rats, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real shit, man. Real shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
We at the almost hour and a half, and I had to cut this. Yeah. Damn, I got to end this video. No, I don't. But you know, you got to say, you got a lot of stuff to say, man. I keep the video rolling. But
well, you know, we can close out. You know, we can go like about like 10. You got like 10 more minutes. We can go for about like 10 more minutes, and then you know, we can come back and do another one, man. Whenever you're ready, man.
Oh, I'm ready. Look, let's do this. Word, come back on. Come back again, man.
Yeah.
I might wait. Look. I'm thinking about doing a little panel. I got some people that come up on here, have a little panel, have a discussion over here.
All right. Well, for sure, man. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. But I want everybody to know, like, everything is a mindset, man. Like, in closing, before you know we shut it down, I want to say this: when it comes to dealing with the black woman, it's the mindset that she has. When it comes to brothers, the reason why they can't progress is just the mindset. So everything starts in the mind, and it's all about us making better decisions. Like, does white supremacy exist? Is it racism in America? Yes. There's going to be a lot of things that's unfair. It's going to be a lot of things that's unfair, right? But we have control over our own lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of situations that we end in, we put ourselves in these bad situations because we're not thinking. We didn't take time to educate ourselves, and unfortunately, that's the situation, man. But it is what it is, man. I don't blame white supremacy on everything, but at the same time, I know it exists, but it's ways to get around a lot of this stuff, brother. So, you know, that's what I say.
Man, that's some real shit you're saying over here, man. It's like,
yeah, it's ways to get around shit, man. You know, like. You know, when you think about these brothers, like, you know, and this is what I wanted to, I'm glad I thought about this. A lot of people will say, well, he only got shot because he was a Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm like, that can be true in some cases. You know, did some of these brothers get shot because they was committing crimes? Yeah, but at the same time, that don't justify a lot of the killings. But what a lot of these so-called brothers that are not from the streets are saying, like, well, if he wasn't doing that, he would have never been in that situation in the first place. I'm like, yeah, that's true, but that still don't justify you taking somebody's life in a situation when a person was unarmed like that. You know, in a lot of cases. Now, in this Ahmaud Arbery situation, they're trying to say he tried to take the gun. What we don't know is what happened before they showed that, because there's a lot of things that happened before they showed that. So right now, we just know the outcome. We really don't know what happened. All we can go by is what we saw on the video. And like we say, the video can only show you so much.
Hey, Janine, hold on. Give me a second. I'm talking to the person in the chat room real quick. Janine, hey, Janine, you know, yeah, you are one of my moderators, and you know what? You have a right to feel what you feel. You said white supremacy don't exist. You know what? It doesn't exist, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that sheet still exists. I don't believe that. I don't believe people still walking around with their fires on there, burning the motherfucker from the cross. Because, I mean, that part don't exist no more, but it's gonna always exist in the spirit, white supremacy.
Well, first of all, they're not supreme. Let's get that clear.
They're not. But that's what they call.
And second of all, as a white person, I'll tell you it fucking exists.
That's my white woman talking.
Let's not act delusional. Sorry, I did prison reform for too many fucking years. I know it exists.
Yeah, and when I say that, I just say, like, this is the thing, you guys. Everybody got to understand, like, if you take over something, you're gonna make your rules. And what black people got to understand is this: there's no point of whining and complaining about that. You just got to do better, because if you make something and you create your own rules, of course you're gonna make things in your favor because you created the rules.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to buy our own property, our own businesses, so we can live by our own rules. Why continue to cry about a system that's not going to change? They're not going to change something that's working for them to make it better for you. Because if I make it better for you, that means I'm evening the playing field out. And if I even the playing field out, I'm giving you more power. And I'm not going to give you more power. Black people got to take power by having knowledge and not just having knowledge, applying that knowledge to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Because white supremacy can't stop you from being a millionaire. White supremacy can't stop you from being successful. So I want black people to stop making excuses, because at some point, yeah, it might be a system that's unfair, but if you make the right moves in your personal life, you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. And that's what I want a lot of young brothers to know. And, all that, that white supremacy, when you say that too much, it's like you're giving a person a crutch to where people say, well, I'm not even going to try.
Right.
Because I got this excuse.
Come on.
So that's my thing, man. Yeah, you can't blame everything on white people, everybody. At some point you got to take control of your own life and make the best decisions that you need to make. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, you guys. So yeah, man. I just wanted to touch on that for a second. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'll be back in 30 seconds. Go ahead, touch.
Yeah. I'm gonna continue to spit. Yeah, so of course it's a system. Racism exists. You got bad and good people in every race, of course. But what I'm saying is, black people, we can avoid a lot of this stuff. Nobody told you had to get Shanika pregnant. You know what I mean? Nobody told you had to have 3 baby mamas. White supremacy didn't impregnate them broads that you dealt with. So at some point, take control over your life. If you know these hood rats are putting niggas on child support, why do you keep getting them pregnant? At some point, you have control over your life. You got to do what's best for you and make better decisions. You know what I mean? White supremacy didn't get them 3 broads pregnant that's your baby mamas. That didn't happen. So at some point, black men, we got to take accountability too. If we're gonna tell a black woman to learn how to accept her flaws and be better, at some point we got to be better too as black men. We can't keep saying that white women are this, black women are this, black women are that, but we're not changing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Stop spreading your seed everywhere, and black men, get your money together, man. Get your business and your priorities straight and stop having these kids. White supremacy didn't get those hoes pregnant.
Yeah, they didn't. Only time white supremacy they have gotten hoes pregnant is during them days.
Yeah, so white supremacy didn't get them pregnant. You did. You did. You laid down and got them broads pregnant. White supremacy didn't do that. So at some point, the black man got to be held accountable too if you want to do better. So at some point, man, it's about all of us doing better. I go in on the ABW, you know what I mean, because she deserves it.
Yeah,
it's been so long to where the truth has been like the reason why they go off, because the truth is a foreign language. They're shocked to hear the things that they're saying. That's why they come to my channel trying to flag my videos, because they saying like, whoa, he's saying black women don't deserve marriage. I didn't say all black women don't deserve marriage. I said black women with this mentality don't deserve marriage. So they was flagging my video for hate speech just for saying, I said ratchet black women don't deserve marriage. They flagged my channel for that. Don't you know I got a strike for that? And they said it was hate speech. And all out. And if you really listen to the live stream, I was giving them advice. I said, if you change your attitude, you would be wife material. But the first step is making the changes that you need to make.
Yeah.
But yeah, they flagged my video and called it hate speech. Yeah. Flagged it and called it hate speech, brother. And you know, that's what it was. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, you can't, like, when you get, it's like a child. Like, if you don't if a child let's just say a child is like 5 or 6 years old, you never put that child on punishment, you never disciplined it. The moment you try to discipline it, they're gonna throw a temper tantrum and start acting out. And that's what black women are doing. When you correct black women, they throw a temper tantrum because they're not used to being corrected. They're not used to somebody putting this in perspective and telling them, hold on, this is wrong, this is this. They feel like you ain't got the right to tell them what to do. I don't need no man to tell me what to do. I ain't gonna listen to you. I'm strong and independent.
Right. I'm strong and independent.
I ain't listening to you.
I'm a strong black woman.
I ain't listening to no man. I got my own car, my own house. Right. I got all this without a man. I ain't gonna sit up there and let no man tell me what to do. And that's why you can't get nowhere, because they think because I have a job and a car, can't no man tell me what to do. Leadership skills are something that money can't pay for. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter how much money you got. Leadership is a skill. And the thing about it is, it don't matter how successful these women are, they still need men. Period. You know, and that's the name of the game, brother. A woman always gonna need a man. She always gonna need a man. Regardless of how successful she is, I don't give a damn how many degrees or this or that, she's still gonna need a man for direction, organization, and structure. And if she has kids, those kids definitely gonna need a dominant male figure in their life to understand a lot of things that they need to understand while they're trying to grow up in this crazy world that we live in today, you know? And that's, you know, that's pretty much what it is, man.
It is. Man, this is real stuff, man. So I'm about to end this
shit, brother.
Red.
Okay. Well, check this out, man. I'm glad that you came by and topped it up with you. You know, we'll do this more often, man. We'll start putting together more shows. Like this one, we went on a whim. We just, kind of freestyle it. The next time, I'll chop it up with you.
It's Freestyle Friday right here.
Yeah. We just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we came together, we freestyled it, man. We chopped it up. We got everything understood. So now, the second one only gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? The second one, right. The second stream only gonna get better, man. I promise you. I had me a couple of drinks before we got on. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, bro. I'm listening.
Yeah, man. I had me a couple of drinks before we got on, man. So I'm feeling good right now, man. I'm just finna chill for the rest of the night. It's only 9 o'clock out here. So
you early out here. I'm almost 11 o'clock, and I gotta be at work at 11 o'clock in the morning. Literally. Yeah, man.
Okay, my brother. Yeah. Well, I know you gotta get your rest and do what you gotta do. I ain't gonna do nothing, man. I'm just gonna take a shower and relax for the rest of the night. That's it, brother.
Okay, hey, bro. I appreciate you coming on here. I'm about to end the stream, but stay on the line right here.
Okay.
All right. Hey, any words you gotta say before you get out of here?
No, I would just like to say that what I would like to say is this, black people out there, at some point we got to do better. Black men and black women. Do the angry black women exist? Do the dysfunctional black men exist? Yes, we have problems, but at the same time, we are adults. We live in a knowledge and information era where you have access to this knowledge. There's no excuse for being ignorant. We can't blame everything on white supremacy. At the same time, I understand when you say racism exists, it exists, but we all have the power to control our own life, to do what we want to do. There's no more excuses. You want to pursue anything you want to pursue, you can do it. So the power is in our hands. I don't want black people to keep making excuses on why they don't want to do something. Because like I said, the power is in our hands. Knowledge is at your you can it's easy to get knowledge now. All you got to do is reach out and you can get it.
Speak on it.
All you got to do is reach out and you can get it. So black people, it's all about doing better. You can't ask white people to do something for you if you ain't taking the steps that you need to do to make your life better. So it starts with us doing better for ourselves. You can't ask somebody to treat you better if you ain't treating yourself better. So it starts with us as people. We have to look at the way that we treat people. We have to look at the way that we treat our people, and we have to look at the way that we conduct ourselves. And then, we can take it from there. That's all I really wanted to say, brother.
Okay, bro. Hey, thank you for coming on here, y'all. Hey, make sure I hit the like button. If y'all want to subscribe to the channel, man, and go to Red Sprint TV 1, it's in the description box. Go over there and hit the subscribe. Matter of fact, when you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too, man. You dig? We out of here, man. The best is yet to come. We're done. We see y'all.
All right, bro.